Sorry, we're closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Episode 47 of Sorry We're Closed, the Christmas Eve episode. And what I'm going to do today, it's obviously like I've told you guys in the past on Thursdays now, we're going to be a little bit shorter episodes, ones that are a little bit quick to the point, maybe a little motivation, stuff like that. Because on Mondays, when we do every Monday, we have a guest now. Those extend because in conversation, this last one with Eddie Zamora, the Yum Yum Foodie, was I think an hour and 7 or so. So I always like to keep people engaged, but also give quick hitters, quick things that maybe aren't quite as long for you to consume and things like that. So what we got today, first off, Merry Christmas Eve for those of you that celebrate. Hope you guys have a phenomenal holiday today and tomorrow. Christmas Eve is a great day. And arguably it's a great day for kids as the anticipation builds for the next morning. But I've been going over my reviews, and I got a little better setup here. I did the ring light. I now have my laptop right next to me. Anytime I need to look something up or figure something out, everything's kind of fresh. You look at the Barstool guys; they're legit guys, right? They're legit at what they do. When you look at their pods on YouTube and things like that, where they have a video of it, they all have their laptops in front of them, are able to go get information when need be. So I got that. I got the whole setup now going, guys. I got the background, which by the way, take a look. Tell me if there's more things I could add to the background. I got some ideas I'm throwing around with Miranda, but if you got any suggestions, let me know. This is my lineup card for my debut in the big leagues with the Red Sox against the Atlanta Braves. But I was going through the reviews and taking a look at some of the things that people have said about the podcast. And I have one in particular I'd like to point out from November 20th, 2020, so a recent one. This comes from a lady named PodWoman. I assume it's a lady since that's her name. And the review is a 1-star, not my best review that I've received. And the review says, kind of a basic, plain podcast. A lot of short stories that go in no clear path. Needs to be produced a little bit better to jazz it up. Good podcast to listen to if you want to fall asleep. He has a great voice. So I can't tell if that last part is sarcastic or not. I'm going to take it as it's not sarcastic, saying that I do have a great voice and I'm easy to fall asleep to, which is tremendous news. But I'm gonna twist this. I'm going to twist this into a positive review in the sense that if I add a little more production value as far as not so much, Miranda does a great job, but as far as my end and having a clear structure to the podcast, that it will go better. So that's what we've done. We have done that. I have show notes in front of me here that I want to go into. Granted, it's going to be about an 8 to 10 minute podcast, so you don't need a whole lot of show notes. But I have one main bullet point that I want to hit, a little inspiration for you guys on this Christmas Eve. And then we're going to go into nothing. We're going to end the podcast, and we're going to go into the holiday weekend and enjoy what has been a phenomenal first, let's see, we start in August, September, October, November, December. A great 5 months to begin this podcast, and the next one, I think I have 2 more left in 2020 before this all ends. But I digress. Thank you. First off, shout out to PodWoman. I doubt you're listening, considering you gave me a 1-star review. But if you are, I appreciate it, and I hope that my structure now goes a little bit better. And what we're going to talk about today is a quote that has resonated with me throughout my entire baseball career, along with now my social media career and media career. And it's a quote, I'm not sure who said it, I can't give credit, but I heard it along the way somewhere. And it goes somewhat to the extent of saying, if you're not working to make your own dream come true, you're working to make someone else's dream come true. And that always stuck with me because, you have the whole mumbo jumbo of you only live life once, right? You only get one shot at this. You're going to spend 70% of your life at your job. Why wouldn't you make it something you love? All those great things, right? That everyone, says. But this one always resonated with me more because if you're not working towards your dream, what are you doing? Are you satisfied where you're at? I know a lot of people are. Maybe the dream is to have a family and kids. And if that's the dream, maybe you are working towards your dream by having your steady job and making sure your bills are paid so you can continue the dream life that you have attained for yourself. Mine, I hope to be a billionaire someday. I want to be a millionaire. It's like, to me, that life's kind of like a video game. I'm trying to win the game. And winning the game is having successful businesses, having successful, having a nice place to live in, providing for, my future kids and leading them into a life that is desirable and it gives them a leg up. I know a lot of people talk about, whether or not, like for example, Donald Trump, he talked about a lot. It was his dad's money, right? He made a lot of money himself, but he talked about how it was his dad's money. I mean, yeah, okay, you can make fun of him for it, but the same thing on my end. It's like that's what every parent wants to do. That they're trying to leave their kids with great resources and great amount of money to be able to live their lives comfortably and not have to worry about their next paycheck. And again, when I came across this quote, it was just something that it put things in a different perspective. And different quotes help different people, but this particular one always made me feel like, what am I doing every day? Why am I getting up in the morning? I know Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, famously talks about how people look forward to, the weekend, and he's excited for Monday. And I actually had this past weekend, I actually took off from drinking Saturday and Sunday, and because I was excited for Monday, I had a few meetings on Monday to help push this media company further and further out there and be able to do things. And then granted, I'm very fortunate to have the baseball career that I had to be able to get me meetings that you might not be able to get 5 months into a podcast or 5 months into a media company. But these things I was excited for it, and I was like, okay, I'm on the right path because I'm excited for Monday morning, whereas I know the majority of people are not excited for Monday morning, and I think people do. And something that Gary had preached is when you're looking forward to Monday, you're on the right path. And it was exciting for me to have that feeling, to be ready for Monday, to be locked in, have a meeting. And in meetings, keep in mind, as a baseball guy, I've never done meetings like this. Yeah, I've had restaurants where I've negotiated contracts, I've negotiated purchases, but those were very different than this one. And this is the first time. Well, not the first time, but these past couple months have shown me first times of being able to do things like this and asking for things and coming off as if I know exactly what I'm talking about. But we're all just kind of guessing. We're all kind of trying to figure our way out, figure our way through this first off, a whole pandemic. Not alone, or not to say anything else. It's fun. This has been a really cool thing to be able to do, and I wouldn't. First off, as always, I wouldn't be able to do without you guys listening. I have a fairly loyal group of people that listen to the podcast. I appreciate that. But I also, everyone on Instagram and on TikTok and on Twitter that follow and engage with me and things like that. It's without you guys, I couldn't do. I wouldn't be able to have these meetings. I wouldn't be able to push this out there. But this has been a long time coming. I got introduced to Gary Vaynerchuk back in 2017, and that's when me and my brother tried to start pursuing social media, not fame, but social media. A following, and when I was in the big leagues, I had 2,000 followers. I didn't ever had a following because of baseball. I had 2,000 followers when I was in the big leagues. And then my entire, I have 23,000 or so now on Instagram, 8,000 or so on Twitter, like 1,500 on TikTok. But they all came post big leagues. A lot of them came in the minor leagues, but all post big leagues. And I've been able to do it based off of how I've engaged with my fans, how I've engaged with people on baseball, in baseball Twitter, in baseball Instagrams, going through the hashtag baseball and engaging with people, things that Gary preached over and over and over again. And now again, I'm in a position to do some deals with companies that I can't believe they have any interest in doing deals with me on. And again, it all goes back to when I had heard this quote: if you're not working to make your own dream come true, you're working to make someone else's. I never want to work to make someone else's dream come true unless it's a deal in which I'm furthering advancing my dream coming true. Or maybe I'm doing some charitable deed. That's cool. But as far as like my job is right now, my job is to make my next dream come true, which I'm still not 100% sure what it is. But I know if I'm waking up on Monday excited to do what I'm doing, I'm going in the right direction and I'm headed in the right spot. So that's all I got for you guys today. Just wanted to give you a little inspiration on Christmas Eve to go maybe do a little extra work before you settle down and by the fireplace and have a drink. I'll be having some Glenlivet and enjoying myself both tonight and obviously Christmas Day with some Zoom calls. 2020. You know how these holidays go. I want to thank everyone for participating in the 19 Days of Christmas. Technically, it ends tomorrow, but tonight on Christmas Eve, I am announcing the final, I believe, 8 winners that we have. And then after Christmas is when I start sending out the masks and the signed cards, and I have Sorry We're Closed little postcards that I'll be putting in there with a little note for myself, thanking you and just talking to you guys and furthering that relationship, because I do really appreciate what everyone's done. I even appreciate PodWoman, guys. I even appreciate PodWoman. So, I mean, listen, this podcast wouldn't have any structure if it wasn't for PodWoman right now. So enjoy your guys' holiday. Enjoy your guys' weekend. As always, sign up at thepatlight.com and subscribe over there, and then follow all my socials. And until next time, guys, I'll see you at the bar. Thank you so much for listening to the Sorry We're Closed podcast. Go subscribe to our email chain over at thepatlight.com and follow us on all social media. Until next time, guys, I'll see you at the bar.
Sorry, we're closed.